What's going on, guys? I've spent the last 4 days driving this 2013 Audi S8. This is a car I never really thought would appeal to me because I like small sports cars, and I never really had much of an interest in luxury cars. But I ended up really enjoying the S8 a lot more than I thought I would, so I decided to make a quick video talking about my impressions of this car. Let's start with the exterior. This car is giant. It weighs just under 4,700 pounds, but it's a luxury car, so who cares? The styling is more on the subtle side than the aggressive side, so most people wouldn't know the difference between the A8 and the S8. The S8 has bigger brakes, quad exhaust, nicer wheels, and some S8 badges, and I don't think it needs more than that. It wouldn't look as classy if it was too aggressive looking. Now let's talk about the interior. You got lots of legroom and elbow room. The seats are very comfortable and have a crazy amount of adjustments that can be made. On top of that, they also massage you, which can be really nice when you're just cruising around. You got suede leather on the doors, and also the entire roof is suede leather, and there's no shortage of carbon fiber on this interior. The tech stuff you need is all here. You got things like night vision and 360 camera, which in 2013 was pretty impressive. But since this car is 8 years old, the Audi MMI feels kind of outdated. Also, the Bose sound system in this car was not very impressive. I imagine the optional Bang & Olufsen system is much better than this. This car has a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 making 520 horsepower and 481 foot-pounds of torque. It is similar to what is found in the Audi RS7. Car and Driver was able to get a 0 to 60 time of 3.6 seconds. I never timed my 0 to 60 driving this car, but I definitely believe that number. I've driven a C63S and an M3 competition package not long ago, and the acceleration on the Audi S8 surprisingly feels stronger than both of those cars. I'm sure the fact that the Audi is all-wheel drive has something to do with that though. I had a few different people ride in the car with me during the 4 days I drove it, and none of them expected it to be this fast. They all thought it was just a nice luxury car. But then I would put it in sport mode and just hit the gas, and the reactions I got were hilarious. I wish I could have recorded it. But if 520 horsepower isn't enough, APR has some aftermarket tuning options, and they are crazy. You could be making over 700 horsepower and torque with just a tune and some bolt-on parts. That is the benefit of having a turbo car. Since this is a luxury car, it's not meant to be loud, but I'd still put an aftermarket exhaust on it. Because that V8 is just too good to keep quiet. Both the acceleration and overall ride quality is really smooth, but that's pretty obvious. What else would you expect from a big luxury car? Have you ever driven a car and not been paying attention to the speedometer, and then when you finally look down at it, you realize that you're going way faster than you originally thought? Well, I ran into that problem a lot with this car. But although you didn't feel much under casual acceleration, when you put it in sport mode and hit the gas, you absolutely did feel that. It pinned you back to your seat in a way you would not expect a giant luxury car to do. This car had a base price of $110,000, and now you can pick one up for less than half of that, even in the crazy car market that we're currently in. Now, I'm not saying it will be very reliable at a higher mileage, but the one I drove in this video did still have a warranty at over 100,000 miles. Personally, I would skip the A8 altogether and just go for the S8. I think if you want to cruise around a big body sedan with insane acceleration, this is definitely a car to consider. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. This wasn't meant to be a full review or anything. I just wanted to give my impressions and hopefully give you some insight on a car that you may or may not even be interested in.